Hello, hello, hello. It is Moonshine Oracle. I keep wanting to say my old name, so somebody has been around since then, or they were scared to subscribe back in the day. I ended up doing a little brand change, if you will, and now they can't find me. So it's just like, well, tough shit. If you're meant to find me, you will. If you panicking, I really don't give a fuck. I said what I said. Now write it down. I will even provide you with pencil, paper, pen, ballpoint, feather. There's many ways to take a note. This is going to be a Chesire Grin masculine energy check-in. Because whenever there's... yeah, it's waning crescent. Like from the full moon going into the new moon, that is your waning. And I'm wanting to say new moon going to full moon is waxing and so on down that line. But every time they have that phase where it just like a little Chesire cat smile in the moon phase, that's when I notice things get stirring, a hip hopping, and a bebopping. So I mean, it is what it is. Somebody here is just really upset. It's like exes, past people, and stuff like that. They're just really upset because they're on the wrong end of the stick, in a manner of speaking. The gun line has been drawn in the sand and they're on the wrong side of it. They don't have access to the foxhole they think they do. And I'm not talking about sex. I'm talking about, hey, shit's about to get real. Are you on the right side of things? Do you have the MVP in your foxhole? No, the fuck you don't. There's a lot of people who don't. They thought they had the MVP in their foxhole. No. They know about all the swords in the back. They know about all the betrayal, the gossip, the slander, to ruin this, to ruin that. Because if you won't come back to me, you won't chase me, you're just not going to be able to get married, have kids, blah, 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 right? Somebody here really did too fucking much. And now it's like, if he even so much as even tries to take a step in her direction, it is immediate pushback. And if he perseveres through it, I'm going to tell you this here and now. It is a guaranteed restraining order. Somebody here had the clinical level of audacity to try to brand someone as their property, in a manner of speaking, but it's just like, okay, narcissist. Only a narcissist looks at people around them like they are their possession of sorts, like they are the master, they are the slave, and stuff like that. And my thing is this, I dare a mofo to look at me in that regard, because I swear on my mother's tomb and footstone, the only one who's going to be crashing out is the mofo who dares. And the funny thing is the person who's doing it does not even have a real address. They don't have property under their name. And so on down that line. They saw someone getting blessed they felt did not deserve to be blessed. So here comes the the crusade, if you will. But the funny thing is, like, take an herbalist like me, for example. Everybody wants to call a spiritual sword a bunch of kooks and wackos, demons and all that jazz. And a lot of it is because they fear what they don't understand. And my thing is, the amount of damage that has been caused over the years, sorry, ain't gonna fix this shit. You made your bed, you really do have to lay in it. You do. Somebody keeps trying to manifest a person against their will, and they just don't consent to be manifested. And the reason it's not coming to fruition is because if there truly was a soul contract, that son of a biscuit expired the minute you decided to hurt and or betray that person. It expired. my thing is this. Like, take me, for example. I am not a lot of people's cup of tea just because I'm like the mid plus size range. And there's just too many people, specifically men, who are dog shit terrified of what others have to say. And you know what? Fuck you too. I have been on the receiving end of this shit since I was 15 years old. And nothing about it has changed. Does it hurt my heart? Yeah, it does, because I just want to be accepted like everybody else. But at the same time, it is showing me what you are as a person. You're fickle. You're not trustworthy. You cave to peer pressure. You are materialistic. My thing is this: if you were truly my God-appointed counterpart, you would have a backbone of steel. You would have a steel-reinforced backbone. And the problem is, all I see is a scared little shit who goes with the popular majority because it's the popular thing to do. You're not a leader, you're a bitch. You're not just a bitch, you're a beta bitch who is spending an awful lot of time trying to make alpha and sigma energy kneel to you, which is genuinely laughable. It's laughable. Again, this is beta bitch shit. Beta bitch. Not alpha, not sigma, beta. Inferior. A joke. See, the thing is, you spent a shit ton of time making somebody who is actually chosen and wanted by the right people look like a joke, to make them miss out on every opportunity possible because you missed the boat. You are not ancestor backed. People like me can go wade in the water and be fine. We don't need a boat. We don't need a jet ski. We perfectly capable of swimming in this bitch. And the funny thing is, Lake Lanier has been a big one the last 2 years. Alabama has one as well. It's called Lake Martin. I had a cousin who had a waterfront property out there. I went out there one time, and it's just like something, and it just felt like a graveyard, huge graveyard. And we went out on her boat because I went down to her house for a wedding, and I spent the night at her house. We went out on the boat the night before the wedding. We're just chilling and stuff like that. And I mean, there was just something that said, do not get in the water. And at the time, I didn't know the history of Lake Martin. I was waking up to my abilities. But at the time, I didn't realize I was the medium that I am today. Yeah, Lake Martin in Alabama is just like Lake Lanier. And my thing is, if my hunch is correct, Alabama got a couple more. And the couple more that we don't know about, the gators in that water. Sugar, the gators in that water. I ain't getting in it. What I say, ancestors are snatching, folks. Ancestors are snatching, folks. If you made a pact with a freshwater spirit to ruin a person's life because you just weren't getting what you felt entitled to from them, I'm going to tell you this here and now. They said, fuck you, bitch. You're up for grabs. And that's what you get. That is what you get. It's what you get. I tell people all the time, quit judging by outer appearance. You don't know what protects them. Welcome to Genetics 101. My bone bag says one thing, the blood in my veins say another. And, oh, by the way, since you want to, I think the only way this person's going to shut up is if he puts a dick in his mouth. So, by all means, go suck a dick. You're a karmic. Again, suck a dick. And with that, everybody have a good one.